What's going on, everybody? Just got a little problem with the rig that I got last night that I brought home from a remote location, so I figured I would you know, live stream it and see if we can troubleshoot and figure out what's going on. So basically, I grabbed a rig that I had remote last night. I cleaned it up. I did a video on, you know, just general cleaning, and it ended up being the video, because I was using a laptop and it just, I don't know, it was like stuttering and things weren't working out. So I ended up just taking the video down. But basically all I did was clean dust off the GPU fans with compressed air. You know, just kind of dusted it up a little bit. It really wasn't in that bad a shape. It was stacked with the other rack that the other rig that I have, and or that was at the remote location. It was on top. This one was on top, so it wasn't on the floor, so it was pretty clean. But last night I was showing everybody that one of the symptoms that I have for this particular rig is these Gigabyte AORUS Radeon RX 580s. If you turn the rig on, if the fan stop light is lit on the GPU, on the top of the GPU, then it's not going to start mining, right? So whatever GPU has that fan stop, it just won't initialize. I haven't figured out what it is. I've done a lot of troubleshooting with it. Basically what you have to do in my case is you have to keep turning the rig off, turning it back on until all those fan stop lights don't show up whenever you first power it on. So, you know, not a big deal, but it's kind of annoying, you know. But that's not really what the symptom is today, because I talked about that last night in the whenever I was cleaning it up. Basically, I fired this rig up last night and saw that it was working. It was listed in Simple Mining OS, the dashboard, and all that stuff. And I didn't really pay much attention to the hash rate that it was getting or anything like that. I put it on Haven protocol, which I'm also mining with another rig, and it ended up being, well, whenever I got up this morning, I noticed that it was like, man, it seems like it's a little, the hash rate was a little low. It should be getting about 1K per GPU. And it's an 8 GPU rig, so I was thinking I should be getting about 8K, and it was only getting 7. So I went and I touched each GPU, and there was one that was cold, and not cold, but you know, wasn't nearly as hot as the other one, so it was clearly not doing any work. Well, I swapped that one. Okay, let me get over there and I'll point to what I'm doing here, or what I did. So this was the GPU right here that was not hot. So like you touch it, it was cold after running all night, you know, mining and everything. So I swapped it. I swapped this one with this one, swapped these two. And at first, because I just fired it up, and I was like, oh man, it must be the GPU because it was still cold. Well, I just didn't give it enough time. I was kind of being impatient. So now this one is hot and this one is cold again. So I think I have a bad riser on this one. So I got a new riser out of the bag there. So that's basically where I'm going to start. I'm going to swap. I'm only going to swap the actual slot part, not the part that goes in the motherboard just yet. I'm going to start with this part and see if it comes up. So let me show you on the Simple Mining what I got going on over there. So this is basically what's going on. The rig that we're messing with here is named Dagobah. Let me zoom up on. Actually, let me bring up the console here. So you can see it is hashing, it is working, but it is only getting 7K, and I'm feeling like, you know, we should be getting 8K, at least 1K per GPU roughly. These are BIOS modded. So, you know, this 12 GPU rig down here on Haven also is getting 12.5K. So you can kind of see, like, right away, you know, basically 1K per GPU is what I'm looking at. And that one is only getting 7. So let me head back over there. I'm going to power it down, take the GPU out, swap the actual slot portion of the riser, and yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going to start, I think. Let me get back on, let me fix the camera here. All right. Maybe I'll get to show you the actual symptom of the fan stop lights on these GPUs being on and then it not actually mining because of that. I'm hoping that this is it. That'll be an easy fix. We shall see. You can also see right here. Last night I was trying to describe this situation too, because you know, normally you would assemble this rig. This is the Veddha 8 GPU mining rig frame. I think it's called the Deluxe version. And normally you would put the bar, the GPU support bar would be over here at the back portion of the GPUs, like right here. Well, these GPUs, they're just a little short and they have this little notch in here, like right here, that basically this is where the bar would sit, like right there, like that. And they would fall underneath the bar. So I had to flip this around, you know, take this part of the rig apart and flip it around and put the bar to where the actual risers sit on the bar. So I had to raise this support bar as well. But that's just one of the cool things about this particular rig is it's kind of configurable like that. So now the GPU and the riser actually sit on the bar, and there's nothing holding it back, but it doesn't really need it because it's supported here and here. But the problem is that whenever you have a bad riser like this, potentially, whatever's wrong with this, but whenever you're troubleshooting, you have to kind of take the GPU out, right, to even troubleshoot the riser because the riser's underneath and it's, you know, you can't get to it. If the support bar was back here like it's supposed to, you could just grab the riser and pull it off without having to take the GPU out. So just a little side note there. I'm not going to tighten this down just yet. Probably should so it doesn't fall, but I think it's going to be okay. So now let's see if, whenever I power it up, if it's got that symptom where the fan stop lights show up. So like right here, they all come on at first. And like once it kind of initializes, yeah, see there's one on right here. Let me grab the camera here. One on right here. Fan stop. So if I was to let this go ahead and boot all the way up, there would be one GPU not working. Alright, so we don't want to do that. So what I have to do is just keep powering it off. I know that sucks, but power it off, power it back on. I did a lot of research on this. I could not find anybody with a solution other than I don't know how many people use this particular GPU for mining rigs, so there just wasn't a lot of data. The last time I looked, but that's been a month ago. So, alright, so this time it booted up and you see that there are no fan stop lights on, right? So it's good to go. We can probably, let me switch over to simple mining. So I don't have a monitor attached to this rig, so I'm just doing everything through simple mining console. And yeah, I don't have those front fans connected either. They take a lot of power. 7 fans takes like 60 watts or something like that. So if they don't get hot, I don't turn those front fans on. Probably zoom up on that for you guys. So this is that rig booting up. And what I'm going to want to see is, I think it should show me 16 GPUs total. As far as once the miner actually starts. Actually, no. Okay, yeah, it's got 13. Huh. Number 13, right? So those are like the threads and stuff. So it looks like it's not, because that's the same symptom. Okay, so it looks like it's not working still. There's a few more things I could look to see, but I want to, let me see if we can get a total hash rate. If it says 7, then it's still not working. Yeah, there you go. So it's at 7, so it's still not working. So now what I would do is, now I'm going to swap the part that plugs into the motherboard, the actual little 1X card there. And yeah, that would probably be the logical next step. So let me do that. Let me switch back over to the camera. So I don't know if I can, like, that one's hot, this one's cold. Hot, hot. Yeah, all these are good. So it's definitely, so it's not that particular, it's not this part, from what we can tell anyway. Power that down. So now I'm going to go and grab, let's see, that would be this one right here. I'm just grabbing this part right here off of the, out of the motherboard. I'm just going to swap this one part right here. Hang on a second. Okay. Now normally I don't see a USB, one of these USB cables go bad, but I mean anything, it could be anything. So this is just the next logical step, is to swap that one part, the 1X riser part. So now we're going to check, make sure all the fan stop lights are off. And they're not, look, these 3, now there's 3 on. So again, Power off. Power back on. Last night I think I had to do it like 8 times to get it to work. So now there's these two. See how it's completely random? Now these two aren't on. And see, kind of a clue here is that the fan stop light is on, but the fan is spinning, right? So clearly something, you know, electronics inside of it. It seems like just talking to the motherboard or something. So now this one's on. So the goal is to get them to where they're all off, as far as this light right here. So this one's on again. And it could have something to do with the server PSU. That's what's powering most of them. Actually, no, it does not, because I did troubleshoot that. And these two down here are actually running off of the desktop PSU, so it's not the PSU. And I've done like a lot of swapping around and stuff like that, but again, this is another issue. This is not related to what I believe to be a bad riser over here. Just kind of getting off topic a little bit here. All right, so they're all off. And what I've noticed too is whenever you power it on, if you hear, in this rig anyway, if you hear all the GPU fans spinning pretty hard and the PSU fans spinning pretty hard, then it's not going to work. You're going to have one that's off. But if you turn it on, I don't know if y'all noticed how quiet it was that time, but you power it on, if all those fans kind of die down a little bit and it's super quiet like that, then it typically none of the fan stop lights come on and everything's good. So it just seems like some type of incompatibility with, you know, between the different devices, I guess. So I will let that rock. Let me bring up Simple Mining here. So basically what we want to see, hopefully, is like an 8K hash rate, total hash rate. A little bit over 8K. So it's GPU 0 through 7, which is good. That means 8. So you know it's seeing it, right? All right, boom, there it is. All right, so that's 8K. So that means that in this instance, it was this component right here, the little riser card that goes into the 1X slot on your motherboard. So that is the situation here. Yeah, now it's hot. Not quite as hot as the other ones, but it was cool because it wasn't mining before. So these other ones were up and running before, so that kind of makes sense. Let me, sorry, I had y'all on the wrong screen here. So it's hitting 8K, and what I was showing you was just that this was the component, part of the riser assembly, that this was obviously bad. And these are, you know, I mean, they have really bad solder joints on the back. You can kind of see it. Sometimes it's really bad. There you go. 8K, so I think we are good to go. I'm going to end this here. I have some errands to run and stuff, and hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope you learned something. We'll see y'all later.